look at Casino. He was good the first 2 weeks.
Yes, it is.
Burke and I are trying to go play.
And now that what was it?
It's in the bag with the black
Stuff. Right. Props. Major
Yeah.
props.
This shirt is a little big.
Lamb honey. Oh my gosh. Hair up one.
Alright, Dad, when you're ready, you go
Second
ahead.
turn?
Yep.
My God. You should be with it. Oh, can't have her.
Okay, just before we get started, I'd like to ask everyone to please silence and put your phones away. Alec and Amanda have asked for today that there'll be no phones during the ceremony. Thank you. please be seated. Welcome, family, friends, and loved ones. We are gathered here today to celebrate the wedding of Amanda and Alec, sponsored by Russ Gestel. You have come here from nearby and far away to share in the commitment they now make to one another, to offer your love and support to their union, and to allow Amanda and Alec to start their married life together, surrounded by the people dearest and most important to them. You should probably just hold this. I shouldn't have taken it back.
Thanks.
Amanda and Alec are so happy to share this moment with all of you. They have known most of you for many years. You watched them grow up, you went to school with them, or worked with them. Because you are the ones who have supported them and known them so well, it is only fitting that you are the ones to share this once-in-a-lifetime moment with them. And so, as Amanda and Alec present themselves to be married today, they are surrounded by the people they love the most. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Patrick Rainey, and I have been given the fortunate opportunity of presiding over the wedding ceremony of Amanda and Alec today. For the last 5+ years, I've had the joy, and I will say that sometimes that's joy and sometimes that's joy, of being co-workers with both of them in our small real estate office in Maryland. Most people bemoan their co-workers when they go home from work, yet here we are, surrounded by a significant contingent of friends that we all get the pleasure of working with on a daily basis. For everyone, the choice of who you spend your life with is one of the most important and difficult decisions that two people have to make. And it's a bit shocking at how quickly and confidently both Amanda and Alec were able to feel comfortable in their decision of each other. I'm not going to lie, when I first heard that you two had started dating, and just to provide some color, their desks were about 20 feet apart from each other. Well, I'm pretty sure the word disaster floated in there somewhere. But little did I know, since apparently Amanda knew within 1 week of meeting Alec, and Alec himself wasn't too far behind, that this sentiment couldn't be any farther from the truth. In talking with both Amanda and Alec about the start and growth of their relationship, the common thread was how certain they were that each other was an incredibly special person that they needed in their life. I guess the safety net for their relationship always was that even if it didn't work out, their commuting plans would never change, because despite the fact that they live together and work in the same office, every single day they drive to work separately. I suppose everybody needs their me time every now and again. Alec, I think you've come to realize that accepting Amanda for who she is means never spending another night sleeping with less than an animal shelter's worth of pets in your bed. And Amanda, I think with even the one Wizards game that you've gone to with Alec, you've now stretched past anywhere close to what you thought you'd ever attend. Oh, Amanda. You're the additional little sister that I definitely didn't need. While you often manage to fluster me to no end, especially when it comes to constantly beating me in our work fantasy football league, I'm so proud of the professional and personal growth that I've been able to witness from you. For all the jokes that I love to send in your direction and the grief that I give you on a daily basis, you have grown into an essential coworker, a true friend, and someone whose opinion I greatly value. Since you are the first person I ever truly managed in a professional setting, you've taught me a lot. You've taught me that punctuality can be viewed on a sliding scale, that leggings and Uggs qualify as business attire, and that it's always essential to have a lint roller in your car, in your desk, in your jacket, in your purse, in your other purse, basically anywhere and everywhere. I'm also so proud that I've been the source, that you have been the source of some of my greatest teaching moments. Like when I helped you learn that there was a difference between the backspace and the delete key on the keyboard, and that you could do that whole compare thing in Microsoft Word to do a red line. Very, very proud moments for me. Also, you know, I had to laugh when we received the vendor spreadsheet. I was listed in there as a friend of the bride, which, you know, years ago I never would have imagined we'd end up here. And just for the record, you said that, not me, okay? Just so we all know. Alec, you were one of the first people that I met when I started my new job, scared about moving to a big company. I know most people don't view where we work as a big company, but for me it was a big jump, and I was very nervous, but it was very apparent right off the bat that you were someone that I could easily get along with. But I've come to realize that that's what everyone thinks about you. I'm not sure it would be possible to meet a person that doesn't like you, can't get along with you, and while we're here, I've been having this problem with my iPhone, so if you could... Seriously though, it's hard to not get caught up in your infectious optimism, even if it leads you to continually claim that this really is the Wizards' year. I think even you won't say that this year, but the fact that you are still a season ticket holder is evidence enough of the dedication that you carry for the people and things that you are passionate about. You are now friends with my friends. And to me, that's the ultimate testament to the fact that you've transitioned from just a friend at work to a real, true friend. In a world of uncertainty, and with the term relationship seeming to have less and less strength and meaning, Amanda and Alec's enthusiasm and joy for each other belie their solid foundation. They are strong in their word and there for you whenever you need them. When I spoke to both of them prior to the ceremony today, their responses made it very clear to me that today's ceremony isn't the start of a new journey. It's simply their proud and public affirmation of a growing love that they've already been working on for several years. It is readily apparent they are in lockstep with one another as they move forward on their path. Now, I've always found it a little odd that at weddings the bride and groom spend much of the ceremony facing away from the family and friends who have gathered together to celebrate their achievement. So I'd ask you just to turn quickly and face everyone who is here. This incredible wedding and the wonderful crowd you have gathered here is a testament to the impact you all constantly impart on all of the people you interact with on a regular basis. Additionally, know that the words of joy for the two of you that I will be able to speak throughout the ceremony aren't just from me. This is a joy and a happiness that all of us are feeling for you today. As you look out into the crowd, please realize that all of us are here for you, not just today, but for the rest of your marriage. We are a constant representation of the wonderful couple that you have become and the wonderful people that you continue to be, to each other and to all of us that get to spend time with you. Okay, you guys can turn back. The two of you are so good with each other, it seems silly for me to try and work in any marriage advice beyond keep up the good work. I think you both know that it certainly will take more than the status quo for you to keep your marriage working. A certain level of selflessness and compromise that doesn't feel like compromise are key ingredients to every successful relationship. Not every day of your lives together will be easy. Not every day will be incredible. But I know that both of you are two incredibly driven and hardworking people, and you will continue to work as hard at your marriage and your family as you have in your careers and lives so far. You two have the ability to make any day special and give each other as much joy on the third Monday of the month as you feel for each other today on your wedding day. Be sure to recognize and acknowledge that joy that you bring to each other as frequently and openly as you can. Amanda and Alec, I've been so lucky to get to know both of you and to be a witness to the growth of your relationship. I know I speak for the collective assembly when I say thank you for letting me be a part of your ceremony today. Thank you for proving that something good can come from inadvisable office flirtation, and know that we all look forward to being a part of your future. We are all so proud of you both and thrilled that you are taking the next step of your lives. So let's get you two married, huh? All right, at this time, I'd like to call forward the groom's sister, Brooke, for a reading from the TV show Game of Thrones, right? Just what every wedding has.
As you are the moon of his life, he shall be your sun and stars. Your love shall be as ever present as those two celestial bodies, even though they are sometimes hidden from one another's sight. Your love will be the guiding force that charts the course of your tomorrow, hold your world together in difficult times, and will make life itself shine bolder and brighter than we human beings have the right to dream of.
Amanda and Alec, know that this wedding is a celebration of the marriage that has already occurred in their hearts, a marriage that will grow, not without challenges and adversity, but with patience, love, and the belief that they have chosen wisely in choosing one another. Alec, the woman who stands by your side is going to be your wife. She will look to you for comfort, for support, for love, for understanding, for encouragement, and for protection. You must never take her for granted and always stand by her for good or for ill. Amanda, the man who stands by your side is going to be your husband. He will look to you for comfort, for support, for love, for understanding, for encouragement, and for protection. You must never take him for granted and always stand by him for good or ill. Alec, since it is your intention to marry Amanda, okay, please join your hand with hers, I didn't write that very well, and declare your consent. Do you, Alec, promise to keep Amanda as your favorite person, to laugh with her, to go on adventures with her, support her through life's tough moments, be proud of her, grow old with her, and find new reasons to love her every day?
I do.
Amanda, since it is your intention to marry Alec, please declare your consent. Do you, Amanda, promise to keep Alec as your favorite person, to laugh with him, to go on adventures with him, support him through life's tough moments, be proud of him, grow old with him, and find new reasons to love him every day?
I do.
Alec has prepared some words that he would now like to say to Amanda. Come on.
Is it working? Hello? All right. It's on?
No, not working.
Not on.
It might help if I turn it on.
Hello? Hello?
Talk about it.
All right.
Let's go like this. Here, you can tuck in it out.
Yeah. Amanda, the smartest thing I ever did was decide to leave my roommates and come meet you out on the night of March 13th, 2015. I fell hard for you that night and have been falling in love with you ever since. When I fake proposed to you that first night to get you to kiss me, I knew it wouldn't be the last time. Within a week, I'd gone on my first date ever, introduced you to my brother, and asked you to be my girlfriend while at the bar. I somehow did all of this knowing you came with 3 young cats. The 4.5 years since those first moments have taken me places I never would have expected. We have fostered over 60 dogs and cats in our 700 square foot condo. We're the unfortunate bystanders to several lose-lose battles between the Roomba and their remains, had blinds destroyed, and helped all of them find great families. We've been on adventures to both coasts and even went to Canada to celebrate the 4th of July. We have successfully eaten our way through DC, always seeking out the next delicious meal we have to try. Most importantly, you were by my side when the Caps finally broke through and won the Cup, and were cheering with me when UVA won March Madness, even though you hate basketball with a passion. All of these moments have been extra special because you were there with me. Amanda, I vow, going into our lives together as husband and wife, to be by your side and love you unconditionally through the good times and bad. I promise to celebrate your birthday every single day, but especially once a year. I vow to support your interest and nourish your passions, from your desire to be the house's #1 baker to your goal of amassing a library's worth of books. I vow to take you seriously when needed and to laugh with you the rest of the time, because I'm one of the lucky few who gets to hear your made-up stories and the latest song you've come up with on a daily basis. I vow to create a household and raise children with you as partners and as equals, and hope our kids have your looks and not mine. Your ability to read and write, but mine for math. Your silliness and a love for animals, but maybe just a little bit less than yours. I vow to remain by your side as we grow old, to do puzzles with you, to watch stupid horror films, and to take care of you when you are sick, stressed, and most of all, hangry. Amanda, you are not only my best friend, but the only person that I want to spend the rest of my life with, and that is not something to take lightly. I love you, and I can't wait to see where life takes us. As Jim said to Pam, you are everything.
Now Amanda has some words that she will say to Alec.
Okay. Let's try to be loud.
That's good.
Okay. I am so lucky to be standing here today with you, Alec, my love, my rock, my best friend. I feel so incredibly lucky that life has worked out in such a way that it led me to you. I'm not sure what made you decide to come out by yourself to meet me at a bar, especially after a UVA loss, but I am wildly grateful. It changed my life forever. As you know, especially through this wedding planning process, I don't make decisions about anything without endless amounts of research. But with you, I was all in, quickly and hopelessly. Things aren't always easy, but spending my life with you is the easiest decision I have ever made, and I could not be more confident calling you my husband. Can people hear me?
Yeah, you're loud.
Right from the beginning, I have always loved the way you love me. I love the way you accepted me and my 3 cats as a package deal. I love the way your face brightens up when you talk about something you're passionate about. I especially love when that thing is our animals. I love the way... Yes,
Yeah, we're talking
about you. I love the way you are always excited about learning a new cooking technique and then execute it flawlessly in our kitchen. I love that you have a desire to travel and know that we are going to take countless adventures together. I love how hardworking you are in every aspect of your life and the way you are so handy, even if I'm skeptical at first. I love the way you balance me and the way your optimism counteracts my pessimism. I love that you see something in me. You make me happier than I ever thought I could be, and I will spend the rest of my life trying to make you feel the same way. Today, I'm going to make promises to you that I know I can keep. I promise to always try new restaurants with you, but I can't promise I won't wear my sweatpants. I vow to trust and value your opinions. I promise to love you even when you're 50 and still play Xbox. I vow to be patient with you, even if it means I have to listen to how you are personally victimized by all of the DC sports teams. I promise to one day read all of the Harry Potter books, and then we can finally watch all the movies. I vow to always let you know before I bring home another animal, but only as a heads up, not for permission. I promise to encourage you to explore the things you are passionate about, like tech gadgets, even if we end up living in a house that is smarter than I am. I vow to fiercely love you, now and forever. Thank you for choosing to spend your life with me.
Very good. Love you, Dad.
Now, the bride's aunt, Gwen, will read from the TV show One Tree Hill.
You need tissue?
I'm good.
Okay.
Do they could hear me?
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Yeah, definitely. You were loud.
Okay.
I could definitely hear you.
They could definitely hear me.
Remember tonight, for it is the beginning of always, a promise like a reward for persisting through life so long alone, a belief in each other and the possibility of love, a decision to ignore or simply rise above the pain of the past, a covenant which at once binds 2 souls and yet severs prior ties, a celebration of the chance taken and the challenge that lies ahead. For 2 will always be stronger than 1, like a team braced against the tempest of the world, and love will always be the guiding force in our lives. For tonight is a mere formality, only an announcement to the world of feelings long held and promises made long ago in the sacred space of our hearts.
At this time, I'll ask for the wedding rings to please be brought forward. The wedding ring symbolizes unity, a circle unbroken, without beginning or end. And today, Amanda and Alec exchange these rings as a confirmation of their vows to join their lives, to work at all times to create a life that is complete and unbroken, and to love each other unconditionally. As often as either of you look at your rings, may you be reminded of your commitment of love being made today. Alec, take this ring and place it on Amanda's finger, and state your pledge to her, repeating after me. With this ring,
I
give you my heart.
I give you my heart.
From this day forward,
you
shall not walk alone.
You shall not walk alone.
My heart will be your shelter.
My heart will be your shelter.
And my arms will be your home.
And my arms will be your home.
Amanda, take this ring and place it on Alec's finger, and state your pledge to him, repeating after me. With this ring,
With this ring,
I give you my heart.
I give you my heart.
From this day forward,
From this day forward,
you shall not walk alone.
you shall not walk alone.
My heart will be your shelter,
My heart will be your shelter,
and my arms will be your home.
and my arms will be your home.
Until now, Amanda and Alec have spent each moment of their lives as separate individuals. But from today on, your family, friends, community, and indeed the whole world will know you as co-travelers through life, adventurers, soulmates, husband and wife. You may now kiss your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the distinct honor of now presenting to you for the first time as a married couple, Alec and Amanda. Okay, so before everybody else leaves, you're going to be getting on some shuttles to go to the barn for cocktail hour. That way, I think. So look for the large buses because everyone will take those. That way. Yep, there we go. That way.
NFL film.
Yes, I love you. We're going for stay back.
honor and the best man, Kelsey Cosgrove and Andy Jenkins. All right, everybody on your feet. Let's make as much noise as you can. Let's welcome for the very first time introducing the newlyweds, Amanda and Alec.
Strands in your eyes, the color them wonderful, stop me and steal my breath. And emeralds from mountains and thrust towards the sky, never revealing their depth. And tell me that we belong together, dress it out with the trappings of love. I'll be captivated, I'll hang from your lips instead of the gallows of heartache that hang from above. And I'll be your crying shoulder, I'll be love suicide. And I'll be better when I'm older, I'll be the greatest part of your life. And rain falls angry on the tin roof as we lie awake in my bed. And you're my survival, you're my living proof. My love is alive and not dead. And tell me that we belong together, dress it out with the trappings of love. I'll be captivated, I'll hang from your lips instead of the gallows.
And I would really like to welcome you here and thank you for making the trip to come down here. I hope you agree it's well worth the trip. Before we say anything about the happy couple, I would like to first extend thanks to Henry and Kathy Jenkins for hosting such a wonderful night last night. The dinner was spectacular, and the company was spectacular, and the after party was awesome. We love, like Amanda, we love Alec at first sight also. And we look forward to being a part of their greater circle and seeing you guys at all of their family milestones. We do also want to extend, Patrick can't get enough praise for how we conducted that ceremony. I've seen a couple of the event vendors here giving their cards to him, so I told Phillips Realty better be paying him well. Lose the competition. We are so excited to be here and see the fruition of Amanda and Alec's vision coming to life. They have put countless hours in this, and it's been perfect, and they deserve it to be perfect. We are so pleased to have so many longtime family friends here, going back decades, work friends, and great representation from both families. It's just been spectacular. We also have a good slice of the real estate industry represented here, as we have friends from ED Capital, where Amanda works since she graduated from law school, and we have people, friends from Phillips Realty Capital, where Alec has been since he graduated from UVA. and also a good showing from Buchanan Partners, where I worked since before Amanda was born. So we have some history there. And it was actually an industry event, as you heard in Patrick's talk today, that put Amanda and Alec together. One of my partners, Jimmy Remke, is good friends with John Mullen, who's a co-worker of both Amanda and Alec, and they suggested that Amanda interview there. As usual with Amanda, she said no way. She said I want to work for a big firm in a fancy downtown office. And for once, I think it is once, she took our advice and at least went on the interview. And so the rest is history. So thank goodness for that. And thank goodness that Jimmy and John for setting that up. So about Amanda, I have so many notes here. And I really have struggled with this. And it's, I have a 30-year negotiation, a 30-year history with Amanda. And so I just, as I started to put this together, I kept just stumbling on all these different adjectives. And so, okay, this is the best way to describe them. So, a lot of these attributes and characteristics we saw at an early age, and we've seen them strengthen and make her what she is today. So, cute. She was such a cute little. I mean, I don't know if many people got to see the slideshow last night. It was upstairs, but we were downstairs. But some of the pictures are incredible, and now she's beautiful. So it's from cute to beautiful, then to now. Then to now, industrious and independent. Even at such a young age, she was just the busiest person. She was just always all in. She just was on a mission. No matter what she was coloring, or playing with dolls, or playing waitress. We had to give her our orders repeatedly. She was just on it. And then she got into writing. She would could occupy herself for hours and just write, copying line after line from a book, just anything to be engaged in business. It was really pretty cool to see. We knew at a very early age she was very smart, very focused. She started reading at age 4. That was a little bit of a relief because then we didn't have to read more stories. It took us off the book a little bit. And she would sit, in the early days of the computer, we had one computer in the house, and ultimately she could sit there and sit at that computer and type with her left hand, instant messaging people, while she was also texting people on early cell phones. Unbelievable. Talented girl. Little quirky, though, in some respects. As she started reading, and she still reads voraciously, she would sit in her room with her legs crossed and clap to a cadence while she read. I still don't understand that. I would like to give you the mic and let you explain this. And you can't complain, though. She is a voracious reader, and she had to read a lot to get through law school. But she says she still reads to some sort of a pattern. She's so But, all of these strong traits, smart, focused, industrious, independent, all these things, none of them led her to any kind of ability to pick up clothes off the floor or clean her room. It was like, I shouldn't say that. There were a few times where, with severe punishment and threat, she did clean until we looked under the bed. And it was all there. So anybody, Katie Ryan, you're one of the few who actually got to live with her, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, God, not a good thing. God bless you, Alec. So yes, she could be challenging, stubborn, demanding, determined, we'll say, since it's her weapon. But she definitely knows what she wants and knows what to do to get it. She's very decisive. At age 4, she told us she was frustrated with how we were rearing her, and she told us she wanted to be adopted. Age 4, didn't know she knew that word. But we didn't go through with that deal, we kept her. At age 5, though, we saw a glimmer of where she might be headed in her career as she expressed an interest in real estate. We're driving home on her 5th birthday. I said, Amanda, for your birthday, is there anything special you'd like to do other than what we have planned? And she said, I think I'd like to go through that model home there. And we did. So you just never know what you're going to get there. But the last couple of attributes is that she is just so passionate and she's just all in. When she decides to do something, she's all in. I mean, it's with her friends. She has so many good friends here. She's all in. You know, family, all in. Pets, little too much, all in. But the fostering is, I mean, yes, we all think you're a little crazy, but I mean, when you hear the stories, when you see some of these animals that she picks up at Dulles Airport at 2 in the morning, and they just got off a flight from Korea where they live their whole life in a cage, and now that dog is somebody's pet. It's like pretty cool stuff. So, it's unbelievable. And now, all of those attributes and passion and all in is directed at Alec. It's been since day one, as you heard. But initially I thought, he can't be like her. But the more I see of them, the more alike they are. They are hardworking and they do research things. I mean, I see them research cell phone plans and things like this where they're going to save 15 cents and then go out and spend $300 on dinner to celebrate. Alec, we love you dearly, and we're so glad to have you part of our family. We knew it was destined to be when we went on a Gestel family vacation, Gestel Greater family vacation, and Amanda had her, how many pets? 3, 4, and Derek had his dog, and we had our dog. And Alec agreed to house sit for us with all animals for a week. That was it. We knew it, and Neil and I toasted that night. So rather than just end this abruptly, I think I have a little poem here that I'd like to read. So bear with me a second here. Amanda and Alec. Amanda and Alec, here in all of their glory, ready for the next chapter in their life story. Each have their own chapters from young times past. As we all do know, those times go by fast. Not long ago, Mandy was so little and sweet. To me, she would sing while she washed my feet. And we hear the young Alec would answer the call and prepare hot pockets for one and for all. But now they're grown up and well on their way, have successful careers, and are making some hay. Individually already, they have done so much. They'll do great things together. They do have the touch. But life's path forward is not always so easy. The twists and the turns at times make you queasy. They're lucky to have family from far and from near. When help is in order, they have no reason to fear. When things need a fix and there is a fuss, they'll arrange for some visits from Henry and Russ. And when what they need is advice without a fail, they only need call on Kathy and Gail. And good friends so many, it makes your head spin. With all that support, they are destined to win. Many friends here today, it is so good to see. The Crossroads and Gamecocks and the girls ABC. They stay so darn busy, it's a little bit frantic, but they get a lot done. They're a duo dynamic. Both so industrious, work ethic inherited, also analytical, their discussions quite spirited. They really do share oh so many a passion. Travel, reading, and games, and the new restaurant fashion. And their much-loved menagerie, the pets are a hoot, today represented by Rookie in his wedding suit. Last but not least, their rescue effort is great. It's now 54 pets they fostered to date. For fosters and others, forever homes galore, they're making a difference. They'll surely do more. Life changes have started. They did leave the city, a move to the burbs for their age group of pity. They left Adams Morgan needing more space, but with a move to Mosaic, the millennials save face. Dear Amanda and Alec, you pass every test. We all love you so much and wish you the best. You have exchanged vows and now also your bands. You are now officially in each other's good hands. And as much as I'd like to drone on with a roast, I think that it's time to end with a toast. So with our best wishes, glasses raised above, we now toast your marriage with congratulations on love.
I wanted to get your attention for just a minute. It's, as everybody knows, it's impossible to follow Russ Gestel, but he did leave out a couple of things. And as our sponsor tonight, I must confess that he's asked me, among others, to sponsor things for many years, so it's nice to be able to follow him as a great sponsor for this evening. But, as we all know, at a phenomenal wedding event like this, the two most important people at the wedding who made this wedding possible was the bride and her mother. Gail, thank you. This was exceptional. And we know a lot of work went into it, and we appreciate that. And Alec, no slight. You were endearing, you were wonderful, and your time will come. But today, it's the bride and her mother who made one heck of an event for us. And I'm just representing some of the comments we've heard. Patrick, you couldn't have done a better job. You made us all feel proud that we were here. And where's Patrick? Oh, at the bar. I'm sorry. And all of us kind of said to ourselves, maybe we should redo our vows like he created with your wonderful words to each other. So thank you. But my last comment is, as one who has had the fortune to walk a daughter down the aisle, the father and the bride had a very special time today that I think should be cherished. And we've all heard how wonderful Amanda is and how that success will endure for their wedding. But as someone who's worked with Russ for so many years, we have seen in him, and now we're seeing in his daughter, one remarkable family. So to family and friends, father and daughter, my toast to you. Thank you.
So first of all, I'd like to thank you for everyone for coming. Thank you to my parents for hosting the rehearsal dinner last night. And thank you to the Gestels for hosting such an incredible celebration today. It's been wonderful. And lastly, thank you to Alec for choosing me to be your best man. It truly is an honor. I know, Alec and I are a little bit old, we're a little bit different in age. I'm actually 13 years older. I know you can't probably tell that. But because of the age difference, we had kind of interesting growing up, an interesting time growing up together that went through a couple different phases. At first, the age gap was pretty significant. I mean, I was, when I was going to college, Alec was 5 years old. And so it was more of, for lack of a better analogy, having like a really cool pet. I would teach him like fetch balls, I teach him to fetch beers, taught him how to work a keg at my fraternity and go get me more beers. But it was great. And things as Alec got older, and turned into kind of a real human being, we started to relate more, and our relationship evolved to that being more of me, a big brother, kind of trying to show him the ways of the world. And so, being older and wiser, again, I was trying to kind of show him around how to play sports and, more importantly, how to have fun. I remember when Alec was in high school, he and I attended a family friend's wedding who happened to be marrying a professional hockey player. Being the cool older brother, I tried to sneak him some drinks during dinner without anyone noticing. And it seemed to have gone over fine. Until about an hour later, my sister came running up and said, "You need to get Alec out of here immediately." I was a little nervous, and so I thought that he was probably upset and hiding in the bathroom. Not exactly what I found. So to my surprise, I walked up to the bar, and he was leaning up against the bar, holding court, drinking a tumbler of scotch, smoking a cigar with Peter Forsberg, and holding court with a bunch of other NHL hockey players. I just remember looking at him a little differently that day, and my eyes actually welled up with tears as I was physically dragging him out of the reception. So it wasn't until after college that Alec and I really started hanging out more as friends than brothers. We lived right next to each other in Georgetown. We hung out a lot. It helped that Alec was always very mature for his age, and I was not. We bonded over a love of sports, spent a lot of time watching the Redskins, the Caps, UVA, and Alec's favorite team, the Mystics, and agonizing over through the many, many, many losing seasons. And at first, Alec, we've talked about, is very comfortable with anyone. So Alec spent a lot of time hanging out with a bunch of mid-30-year-olds when he was 22, talking about their kids and talking about real estate and their job. And so he always managed it seamlessly. But as we got older and I started looking around, I realized that those roles had reversed. And more Alec was the one taking me out, and I was not so seamlessly integrating with a bunch of his friends that were his age, and never dissuaded me. I managed to continue to try to do it, but Alec was always graceful and accommodating and welcoming to me, so I really appreciate that. When Alec started dating Amanda, you could see right away she was the one for him. Started Instagramming pictures of food, got a bunch of cats and dogs and dressed them up in outfits. And most importantly, he was very happy. Amanda, by the way, you look stunning tonight. You're smart, you're kind, you're funny, you're adventurous. You're the perfect match for my brother, and I look forward to you becoming part of our family. I'd also like to thank you for something. Oh, go ahead, please. I'd also like to thank you for something else. It wasn't until after you and Alec got engaged that UVA and the Caps both won championships. I think we all know that's not a coincidence. Please keep up the good work and let me know what Alec needs to do to get the Redskins in the playoffs. I'm willing to negotiate. In all seriousness, Alec, you are loyal, compassionate, generous, hardworking, but still fun. Decisions you have made and the people you have surrounded yourself with are testaments to the person you have become and the husband you will be. Alec, you're a great brother and my best friend. Everyone, please join me in raising a glass to the happy couple. I forgot mine, so I got to run over here and grab it. Cheers.
I just want to start off by thanking Russ and Gail for this amazing night tonight, bringing us all together to celebrate Mandy and Alec. Absolutely incredible. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kelsey, and Mandy and I have been best friends since middle school, which is almost 20 years now. A lot happens in 20 years. People come in and out of your life. They stay for different durations. They may leave and come back, but they all play some kind of role and influence who you are as a person. Well, Mandy came into my life 20 years ago and never left. High school, college, law school, real jobs, real life. I have counted her as one of my best friends through the entirety of it. Excuse me. I think one of the reasons Mandy and I have been close for so many years is there's always been this intrinsic trust between the two of us. Her and I both know that we can get in touch with each other for support in the biggest moments in our life and literally some of the most trivial things in between. She was one of the first people that I told when I found out I was pregnant, and she is the only person I tell when I am newly obsessed with an iPhone game. And that is because 9 times out of 10, she already plays it and is better at it than me and about 1,000 levels ahead of me. Whatever it is, I know I can always trust Mandy to be there for me. She stood up with me at my wedding, and it was an incredible honor to be able to do the same thing for you today as you married Alec. When I met Alec, my first reaction was, why does this guy keep calling her Amanda? And at this point, I hadn't really realized that our high school friends are like the only people that actually call her Mandy. But I was thinking, if Mandy's good enough for me, why is it not good enough for her? But when I would listen to the way that Alec would say her name and talk about Amanda, it was clear how much he cared about her. And it was incredible. To this day, I can still tell every time he says her name how much he loves her, and it was even more evident today as they gave their vows to each other. One of the first times that Mandy and Alec came to my husband Tommy and I's apartment was for a game night. A little under 4 years ago, 3.5. We played games, ate popcorn, drank a lot of cheap champagne, and we had a blast. And I distinctly remember the next day, after they had left, I looked at Tommy and I was like, they're gonna get married. And he was like, well, why do you say that? And I was like, it's nothing specific, no single moment that it happened, but I just had this gut feeling that we were gonna be doing game night with them for like the rest of our lives. And it was kind of a great feeling. It's been incredible watching the two of you grow as a couple all these years, grow your very furry family, find a beautiful home together, and just start your lives. You guys complement each other incredibly, and I am so happy to say that my best friend of 20 years married the love of her life today. Couldn't be happier for you guys. I know I speak for everybody here when I say that we all hope you have a long, healthy, and happy marriage together. If you'd all please lift your glasses to Mandy and Alec. We love you guys.
But to me, you know you'll always be my little girl. When you were in trouble, that crooked little smile could melt my heart of stone. Now look at you, I've turned around and you've almost grown. Sometimes you're asleep, I whisper I love you in the moonlight at your door. As I walk away, I hear you say, Daddy, love you more. You're beautiful, baby, from the outside in. Chase your dreams, but always know the road that'll lead you home again. Go on, take on this whole world, but to me When it's not always raining, there'll be days like this. When there's no one complaining, there'll be days like this. Everything falls into place like the flick of a switch. Well, my mama told me there'll be days like this. When you don't need to worry, there'll be days like this. When no one's in a hurry, there'll be days like this. When you don't get betrayed.
It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you have the time of your life.